Hey guys, Negative9 here, how's it going everybody? And today's top 5 video will be the top 5 ways to get gold. So let's get right into it. At number 5 we have converting gems. This is a silly one, but for those of you who don't know, ArenaNet allows you to buy gems with real life currency, which you can then convert into gold. So basically, if you have no dignity or just need gold really fast, this is the option for you. Number 4 is salvaging. Salvaging is a very easy and popular method of making a bit of extra gold while still going about your daily routine, whatever that may be. First step is to get yourself some salvaging kits, and I recommend buying fine salvaging kits and anything above that as they give the best results. Salvaging kits allow you to destroy any armor or weapons that you don't want in exchange for materials. The value of the materials you acquire from salvaging depend on the rarity of the item you salvage and the rarity of the salvaging kit you are using. So when salvaging an exotic item with a master's salvage kit, you have a decent chance of receiving a gob of ectoplasm, which usually goes for about 40 silver. This is the goal of salvaging. You want to get as many ectoplasms or valuable materials as possible and sell them on the trading post. This system allows you to simply salvage the items you receive from doing whatever you prefer to do in Guild Wars 2, whether it be World vs. World, PvP, or PvE for a decent profit if you do it right. Number 3 is PvP. PvP is actually a decent method of making gold that a lot of people don't think about in Guild Wars 2. In a ranked PvP match, you make about 30 silver for a win and 15 silver for a loss, with a match lasting generally 5 to 10 minutes. Now, that alone may not be all that much, but with the reward track system you can also get loot boxes from almost every match you play, which will give you various types of gear. At the end of a reward track you can also get really good rewards such as Ascended Armor and Tier 6 materials. Yet another nice thing about PvP is that you can complete your dailies there as well, which adds more gear and more materials for you to make a profit off of. Overall, PvP is a decent way to make money if you don't want to spend your days farming and you still want to have a little bit of fun. Number 2 is world bosses. World bosses are one of the simplest and easiest ways to make money in Guild Wars 2. Many Guild Wars 2 players use world boss timers to help them farm gold fairly quickly. The only requirement for this method of making money is that you have a good amount of the world discovered, as you will be waypointing around to kill various bosses in very possibly distant parts of the world. Each boss of course drops a chest, and the difficulty of the boss will determine the loot you get. The one thing to keep in mind about this method of making gold is that you can only do one world boss per day for a chest. You will get the loot from the boss itself, but it will not be nearly as efficient once you've already completed the event that day. So this is very much a daily thing, but there are enough world bosses in the game that once you do this, you'll probably be happy with the amount of gold you've made that day. At number 1 we have dungeons, and your first impression may be that this is kind of the boring answer, the obvious answer, but the facts don't lie. This is pretty much the best way to make lots of gold in a fairly short amount of time. The minimum amount of money you get for a dungeon is 1 gold. This only applies once per day, so if you did the same dungeon twice you would not receive that 1 gold at the end like you did the first time. However, considering the amount of dungeons in the game, this isn't really that bad, and when you're doing the explorable modes of the dungeons, the number of completable dungeons per day is definitely a lot higher. You do of course get other types of loot and currency while doing a dungeon, so chances are you make more than 1 gold per run most of the time. The one downside that a lot of people probably don't like is that dungeons do take a good amount of time, and they are simply not the most enjoyable thing to do with your time in Guild Wars 2. Dungeons are generally the most reliable form of making money, however, and a method that you really cannot go wrong with, so that is why that is my number 1. Thanks for watching guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did enjoy the video, feel free to leave a comment below, and definitely subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Once again guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.
which time?